All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy Major Linux, and I'm back again with yet another review. Well, actually, it's the same review. It's kind of the video version of the review of the Nexus 6P. I wrote some words. Now we're going to see some moving pictures of this wonderful, beautiful, sexy device here. 5.7-inch display. I'm not sure if it's AMOLED. Can't remember if it's AMOLED, but it's a nice LED display. Looks like true black. And, got that active display, but, oh, there it goes. See that? Beautiful. And I can see that light above my, on my ceiling there. Nice aluminum, real beautiful aluminum finish. Like I said, this is the 64 gigabyte aluminum model. I actually did order the 128 gigabyte charcoal model, so it should be darker than this, but it is not. But all in all, it's a good device. As you can see here, they got the camera sensor with the little hump here, which actually isn't that bad. And, people were complaining about the little hump, but I don't mind that at all. See there, it kind of protrudes out a bit. Got my thumb in the shot. So you can see, it kind of protrudes out a bit. But it's not too bad. There it goes. Yep, you got the camera sensor there, the laser flash there, and you got the Nexus imprint, which unlocks the device, and there goes BB8. So as you know, this is running it's Google's latest flagship along with the Nexus 5X. This is running at the moment Android 6.0.1. So you can see here, got the Google launcher going on here. Let's see, Carolina's beating Clemson. Oh, nice. Although it's a good device, I do like it's got the USB Type-C. Don't want to forget all the cool features. You can barely see it there. It's all blurry and try to get that focus. I can never remember which way to go with this thing. And yeah, that may not be as clear, but a bit later. Although, like I said, physically this is an awesome device. As I've noted before, and God grief, I can never get the focus on this thing right. There you go. As I've noted before, this phone, while great, looks good, feels good, then it's got a little heft to it, but that's what I like in phones. I don't really like, paper thin, paper light devices. The phone does kind of suffer from a bit of an iPhone problem, whereas like the bezel is just kind of insane. I wish I did have my Nexus 6 in here to kind of show the bezels on the Nexus 6 weren't as big. The phone is a little bit taller too than the Nexus 6, and at first it did feel kind of unwieldy, given the fact that I was dealing with a fatter device. But now it's slimmer, taller, to allow for 5.7 inches in a different way than probably most phones would do. But yeah, other than that, the phone it's not that big of an issue. It's kind of the issue kind of lies in what comes with the phone. Normally, the fact that nobody makes USB-C devices, or I'm not going to say nobody, but it's quite a few of them, where it's almost like you're having to buy cables for a Pixel, what's it, the Chromebook Pixel that recently came out. I'm not sure if the Pixel C uses it. I think it does, but I'm not quite sure. And like the MacBook, the new MacBook that came out earlier this year. So this is like the fourth, and with the Nexus 5X being like the fifth device, and probably the Pixel C being the sixth. Like there are only a handful of devices that actually use USB Type-C. Oh, and I forgot the OnePlus One or the OnePlus 2, but nobody really gives a shit about that. So it's like there's only a handful of devices that use USB Type-C, and it's kind of hard to get a hold of USB-C cables, USB-C chargers. Because I had to order USB-C car charger directly from China. I actually got it on Christmas Eve, so it was a nice Christmas gift for me. Excuse me. Another thing is too, like I said, people have been reporting on forums on the bug watch websites or whatever, that there's been some Bluetooth issues, but that's mainly a Marshmallow or Android 6 issue and not necessarily a phone issue, but it only seemed to have cropped up once I bought the device, which initially led me to believe that it was the device until I decided to do some research and found out that I'm not the only one. Also, another issue, and especially and specifically with Huawei, the support really isn't all that great. There are people who are sending getting devices left and right, but for me having to do it directly with Huawei to get the device, again, got the wrong phone, put in a ticket, said they'd give me about 72 hours, but this was about a month ago when I talked to them about it. I'm still with the 64 gigabyte model, not my 128, still waiting on that, and every time I reach out to them, say, oh, we're still waiting on it. We're still talking to home office. Well, there are people walking around with their devices. I still do not have mine. I don't see how it's difficult to put my phone into another package and send me the phone. I don't mind giving you this one. Just give me my phone. But so far, it's not like I've run out of storage space. And it's not like I don't mind the aluminum backing here. Like, this is actually pretty good. But speaking of the aluminum backing too, I can probably hear it's very smooth, which means that, this thing is going to like fall out of your hand real quickly. So I do recommend, getting a case. I actually did pick up the spec that Google they're selling in the Google store. I actually did have a sale during Black Friday when mine was delivered on Black Friday. So yeah, they got the Google, the spec case here. Nice rib texture there. And I also did pick up the adopted case as well, which isn't necessarily rib, but it still has that nice little rubbery grip and feel. Keeps the profile still a little thin. It adds a little bit of thickness to it, but not enough to where it's like, oh my god, I just slapped an OtterBox on it. But yeah, all in all, it's still a good device. I'd recommend it, but that's only if you have the money to spend, because this thing starts off with the 32 gigabyte model at $499. The model that I have here is $550 or $549, and the model that I actually ordered is close to $600. Excuse me. So yeah, if you have the money to actually buy a very nice premium, and like I said, I think for the first time, a premium Nexus device that hasn't been made out of plastic, and especially once everybody decided to follow Apple's lead and go metal or glass or whatever. This feels like the first premium device, actually, first premium Android device that I've ever had. If you got the money for it, and oh my goodness, it's fingerprint matty, but then what glass isn't? Definitely pick this up. If you are looking for a little bit of bargain, I would go towards the Nexus 5X, or probably even just pick up a Samsung device. But yeah, if you want the best of the best, I do recommend getting a Nexus 6P. This has been my video review. You can read all the texty bits down below in this blog post. You can read many more. You go to MajorsHouse.com. So again, this has been Major Links, MajorsHouse.com. All I've got left to say is peace, and I'm out.